Well, Gaza weathers another day of heavy strikes as Israeli forces prepare for a ground offensive. This as President Biden calls for immediate aid. Republican House Armed Services Committee member Congressman Mike Waltz joins us now. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Sure.
We've already had 32 Americans killed in Israel. We have about a dozen Americans being held hostage by the terrorist Hamas group. We are already in it in terms of Americans who've been affected by it, who've been killed by it. How does it expand from here, and what more might we do?
Yeah, David, and just one important but small bit of clarification. We have a dozen missing, still working through how many are actually being held that we know are alive and being held hostage, and it's just an awful situation. Number one, they need to be first and foremost. Number two, my biggest worry is Iron Dome running dry. We know that both Hamas and Hezbollah seek to overwhelm the system with kind of dumb bombs and rockets, like the one that hit the hospital. They often malfunction. But then to come in with the precision guided. So we need to be there to help Israel. But the bigger picture, and where I was so disappointed in the president's speech, was on the one hand, he's saying we know Iran's behind this, and oh, by the way, they're behind a lot of what Russia is doing in Ukraine too now with their drones. But no shift in policy, no consequences, no you better knock it off or else in terms of trying to deter them. And my position again and again and again to this White House will be, even if Israel is successful, phenomenally successful in knocking down Hamas or even taking on Hezbollah, as long as Iran is flush with cash, they'll just reconstitute them again.
That's right.
And this awful cycle will never stop.
Well, Congressman, we have to say it. Iran is clearly behind this. Even the administration, I don't know if they'd go so far as to say they actually planned and participated in the massacre on October 7th, but at least they have been funded, at the very least, they have been funding. Hamas wouldn't exist without Iran, and they continue to throw money at it. They continue to throw money at Hezbollah, and they are not paying any price. Last night, the president suggested that they may pay a price in terms of the sanctions that the UN had that ended, but nothing seriously about ending that oil bonanza that they've gotten and spent on Hamas and Hezbollah. What more should be done to show Iran that we're serious about stopping them from funding all this?
Well, we have to go back to all aspects of maximum pressure. I mean, just another data point. At the end of the Trump administration, their foreign currency reserves were down to $4 billion. Now they're up to $70 billion. You mentioned the oil. It was down to a few 100,000 barrels per day, virtually nothing. Now it's at a record high pre-COVID, 4 to 5 million per day. There is a lot we can do to actually enforce the sanctions on the book. There are secondary sanctions we can do, whether it's banks in Hong Kong or elsewhere that are facilitating all of this. We know how to clamp down. We can stop the waivers. We can stop turning a blind eye and cut off the cash that's going to terrorism.
Now, finally, I want to switch to Jim Jordan and his third unsuccessful try to become Speaker. I had Congressman Jimenez on earlier, a Republican who voted for McCarthy against Jordan again today, even though McCarthy put Jordan's name in as the next Speaker today. When and what is it going to take to turn these naysayers in the Republican Party around to support Jordan?
Well, David, I'm going to be with Jim Jordan as long as he stays in the fight. At the end of the day, there are no differences, him, Scalise, McCarthy, or any other Republican, that even pale in comparison to our differences with the progressives or Americans' difference with those terrorists that are holding Americans hostage right now. We need to get over it. I understand there's a lot of frustration, hurt feelings, what have you, but we need to get behind a speaker. Jordan won the majority behind closed doors, and we need to get on with the nation's business. We're the only ones that are going to push this administration to do the right thing.
Just 10 seconds. Congressman Jimenez suggested that Jordan might be behind the hate campaign on the internet against the naysayers. What do you say to that quickly?
Look, these threats that are going after other Republicans are serious. They've got to stop. Jim Jordan has called for it to stop. I don't think he's a good man, an honorable man, and I don't think he's behind it at all.
Congressman Mike Waltz, great to see you again. Thank you for your service in the military and in Congress. We appreciate you being here.